Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. That's me about my life, man, I love it, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another one. Been through the pain, now it ain't no more struggle. My team win the game, put our face on the cover, brother, we the champions.
Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none of...
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between our visitors and the New Orleans Saints. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and
Check mark live online under the game Madden NFL 23. The uptime begin.
And the slot man goes in motion left. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rip, and they get off the field.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Throwing, Jones. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now Jones. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So, I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
The slot man in motion right. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll look to throw again. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Slot man moves right. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, Jones. He will find his man Chase complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Panthers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0.
Saints nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Okay, ready? Come on, dance. Blue strike. Rifle. 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 Hey, check. Ready?
Now a play fake. Lance. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man. Complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you've got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the last time we see them take a deep shot in this game.
Touchdown! James Cook, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Saints are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it. Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
In motion left goes Cooks. On 2nd and 10, Jones. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. This defense for the Saints, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. Jones throwing on 4th down. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
Yeah, deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. The slot man in motion right. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Panthers. Jamar Chase, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Panthers 14. Saints 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hey, no steal. Ultra. Go ultra.
Off of play action, here's Lance. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Hey, green. White. Black, red, yellow. Ultra. Steal.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Lance. Open receiver. That's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. The gain of 8 there on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 43. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Jones now on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown.
Jones pass complete.
Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Gets it quickly out wide to Thornton. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy.
3 viewers, +3, alarm clock 21 meters 17s.
Out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 1st down, Jones. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Jermaine Johnson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Slot man moves right. Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in here by Chase.
Jones pass. Complete to Jamar Chase.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
On its 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. The slot man in motion right. And he'll go right back to chase. That's caught again. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Cooks will come in motion right. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
Cooks will come in motion right. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
First down 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. We welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
On second down, Cook. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That good for 19 and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. Now we continue to go in that direction.
They run again on first down, Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But if the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Here's Cook again. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 42 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
And now they'll throw with Lance. They'll roll him out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Quez Watkins, 35 yards. And the Saints are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And they're within 7 now, 28-21. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team moves it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Slot man moves right. To throw again on second down. Jones. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back to throw again. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends from the past, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys are excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line.
A gain of 14. And the London first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. In motion left goes Cooks. On 2nd and goal, Jones. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batting down to Hatch's time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
On the double.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
97.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And cycle.
On play action, Lance. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Now Lance. Forced out to his left. He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They give him a gain of 38.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Lance. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. He's going to go up top again. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Now Jones to throw from his end zone. He's got his man. It's Andrews. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Throwing, Jones. His throw incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, and it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Cooks will come in motion right. Now Jones. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a gain of 10. And the Panther first down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Cooks will come in motion right. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones is going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Saints 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
At the 34-yard line.
Faster, faster.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Cook. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 62 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the ball 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Watch out now. 52.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Lance. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And they'll work this down inside the 30. You got the big lead defensively. willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Ready.
The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Right, 97.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
On first down, Lance. And that nearly intercepted. The free safety rolling into position, almost had it, but it's 2nd down. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lance. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Jones throwing on first down, escaping the pressure right. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
When you're backed up this deep, sometimes defenses sacrifice coverage for pass rush because they know you can only go so far on your pass drop. You've got the back of the end zone. So they came after him. He took the shot downfield. He didn't connect, but boy, that was force against force.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jones. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game. And
the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. Jones. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw. Jones trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Jones picked by a familiar face, his Bama teammate Jalen Armour-Davis. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Important extra point up and through as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
The slot man in motion right. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Here's Jones to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Jones picked by a familiar face, his Bama teammate Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Saints are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Now Lance. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brought down back in his own 9-yard line.
Here's Lance. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack, now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Lance looking to throw. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Jones. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And they can't connect. Incomplete, but that stops the clock with 1 tick remaining here in this first half. Now Jones. And this This will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on your way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, they're...
I'm really out for blood this time.